Welcome to this edition of Overreaction Monday, and it is a big one. Rich Eisen along with Chris Brockman right here.
Hey, buddy.
In Los Angeles, California for, I must say, a momentous episode of this podcast. And it's not just because it's our annual season preview or season kickoff of the 2025 National Football League season, that if you are listening to this on the day it drops, Labor Day occurs on Thursday with the Cowboys and the Eagles. But it is a momentous moment for us here at Rich Eisen Podcasts and the Rich Eisen Show. This is the first piece of content, if you will, that is part of our new relationship with Disney and ESPN.
Nice.
This episode of Overreaction Monday, perhaps you are getting it through ESPN Podcasts. And you will notice wherever you get your podcasts, you'll see the 4 letters, ESPN, atop of Overreaction Monday. And you will see that atop of No Contest Wrestling and everything else that we pop out here, podcasts and the Rich Eisen Show, which moves on Tuesday, September 2nd, to Disney Plus and the ESPN app that you can get everywhere, from 12 to 3 Eastern time, and
love it,
ESPN Radio. And this is the first thing that we're doing. That
seems appropriate.
Well, I mean, we're not overreacting to say that this is huge.
Not an overreaction.
This is not an overreaction. So look at us. Look at us.
Look at you. I'm so psyched. I cannot believe we made it. It's been a long off season, but it feels like every single year it's the most anticipated football season ever. And I feel like that's the case this year. We are in for another spectacular football season.
And all 32 teams, as we know, have storyline arcs, and all with hope that things are going to be better. Some hope that it will be as good as it's ever going to be with a Super Bowl run and championship, which means it's up to you, Chris, and I guess through me, to figure out which hopes are proper or which are completely over-the-top overreaction. Hit it.
That was terrible. That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Monday.
All right, Christopher, as you know, I never, ever on this show tell you what to do, because I don't know if you're somehow new to this. As we just opened this podcast by saying we're in a new Disney world.
We are.
If you're somehow new to this, I never tell Chris Brockman what to do.
No, the element of surprise.
And I never know what you've got cooked up.
Right. That's my greatest
It's my reaction to react to your silliness.
I got a big sheet of paper
overreaction.
You know what I mean?
But I have a feeling I know how we're going to start this podcast today.
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously, the blockbuster trade last week, Micah Parsons goes to Green Bay.
Yes, sir.
2 first-round picks. Kenny Clark goes back to Dallas.
Yes, sir.
Cannot believe it actually happened.
Nor can I, sir.
Do you have any general thoughts before we kind of get to
general thoughts. I've got lieutenant thoughts. I've got colonel thoughts. I mean, we can.
I know we hit a lot of
I've got 5-star general thoughts.
Oh, my goodness.
But, I'll just say them through the prism of how you're positioning this on Overreaction
so here's how
Monday.
I want to do this. I want to do this from the Cowboy perspective, obviously, because we're going to see them in a couple days.
Yes.
Right. And we all assumed Micah Parsons would probably be playing in that game.
I know.
But he is not. He is in Green Bay, Rich, and such. This Cowboy season, I have a feeling, is going to be a disaster. The Cowboys are going to finish last in the NFC East and have a top 5 pick in the 2026 NFL draft.
All the way in, which is the way you're supposed to start the season kickoff and preview
this year,
show.
Man.
I will call that an overreaction. I can see them finishing last in the NFC East. That I can see. Having a top 5 pick, though, means that you're talking about 4 or 5 wins.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I think they're too talented on offense for that. They're too talented on offense for that. And I'll repeat again what I said on last Friday's show leading into Labor Day weekend, because this happened the Thursday before Labor Day weekend.
Right.
That, as much as this, it was spin to say that this could make us better, this will make us better, we have an opportunity to be better in 2025. There absolutely was some form of trust destruction that happened here. Trust obliteration that happened here.
Yeah.
And so we always say on our program, there's an iceberg, we only see the tip. There had to have been a whole big bunch of ice underneath the Dallas waters for here, okay? And I don't know if it was just in this past few weeks. I don't know what
seemingly this started back when Micah and Jerry first started talking and negotiating.
Well, but it also goes back to, it's always been an undercurrent of, there are some people in the organization that are done with him, sick and tired of him. And it makes no sense, though, to discard a 26-year-old elite pass rusher.
0 cents.
And swap him for, in terms of just for now, just for this season, because it's done before draft. If it's done before draft, it's different. It's done before season. So the draft choices are not going to be exacted until the following 2 Aprils. So for the 2025 season, it makes 0 sense to swap an elite all-pro pass rusher for a Pro Bowl defensive tackle who is 4 years older.
Right.
That makes no sense at all, which is why you're saying they could finish in last in the NFC East and have a top 5 pick. But there is potentially, and I'm talking to a Red Sox fan here, maybe some sort of a Devers is gone, and the locker room is different.
A little happier, maybe.
The new coach has got a different approach, and that might translate into an end of game scenario that doesn't play out like it has the last couple of years. And I'm not pinpointing it all on Micah. There's just always been something off. Now, I'm giving you the ultimate pie in the sky silver lining here.
Sure.
Because again, this is a talent over everything league. And so the everything that we're talking about wasn't like police blotter stuff, wasn't
nothing
phone calls in the middle of the night stuff.
In terms of that stuff.
It's just whatever might have been gear grinding or attitude or whatever that the Cowboys were somehow, some way already 4 years in tired of an act. The talent should be 100% over all that everything. When in this league, this quarterback-driven league, you have somebody this talented, this young, and you don't figure out a way to pay him or figure out a way to coach him or figure out a way to move forward with him. It makes no sense, which is why it leads to a topic to start this Overreaction Monday season kickoff show. Finishing last in the NFC East is a possibility. It really is. Depends on how well the Giants play. Week 2 could have a lot to do with that because the Cowboys' home opener after starting in Philadelphia the first Thursday of the season is against the Giants at home. Top 5 pick, though, brother. I mean, that's like Cleveland Browns territory from last year. That's like Jaguars territory.
That's 4 or 5 wins.
I'll call that an overreaction. I mean, as long as everyone else stays healthy. I mean,
so Jerry's big thing on this was like, we got to get better at stopping the run. Okay.
No, but I know
what?
No, listen. There's no way to spin. Hey, we traded away a potentially generational player at age 26 at the most important defensive position there is, with all due respect to corners and middle linebackers and like Kenny Clark defensive tackles. It's so difficult, as I said on Friday. It is so difficult to dominate a game from the middle of a defensive line. There's only a handful of people who do it, and they usually wind up with jackets and rings and busts. Okay.
I mean, the last we saw,
Aaron Donald,
Chris Jones,
Chris Jones, right now. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Can Kenny Clark provide that? Because that's what's got to happen. Because Michael, when he's in the game, dominates from that position. You're much more able to affect a win on a down, a win in a game, a win in a quarter, a win in a season from the position Micah Parsons plays than the one Kenny Clark plays. And I know the Cowboys have had trouble stopping the run, and it's been a big Bermuda Triangle in the middle of their defensive line that they feel that they've fixed with Kenny Clark, but not at the expense of Micah Parsons. I mean, it just doesn't compute. It doesn't make sense. It leads to topic bars like this one. I'll call it an overreaction for the moment, and then now ask what's next.
Bills Ravens, Rich, the winner of Bills Ravens will be the 1 seed in the AFC.
What a total overreaction that is. What a total overreaction.
They're the two best teams.
To say that a matchup on the first Sunday night of the season will wind up being for home field advantage throughout the entire AFC playoffs, as if the AFC West doesn't exist. As if there's not
in that division again?
Okay. As if the AFC West doesn't exist, as if neither of the teams that are playing on Sunday Night Football will take on the team that won the conference last year, and as a matter of fact, eliminated both of these teams in question from their previous playoff runs. The Bills last year and the Ravens the year before that. And as a matter of fact, the Kansas City Chiefs were visiting the 1-seeded Ravens 2 years ago and knocked them out to go to the Super Bowl to win it for a second time in a row.
Weirdly stopped running the football
on.
Which prompted them to go get Derrick Henry.
The latest assumption that the Chiefs are going to get got, that last year's 15-win team is worse, or last year's 15-win team was propped up by luck and zebras. It's offensive, as a matter of fact. It's insulting. And also, there's no one else. There's no one else
in the AFC
that can come out of the mist.
No.
Not even in the AFC West. The Texans aren't going to take a step forward.
Go to the Super Bowl?
I don't know. To be the 1 seed in the AFC.
I mean, look, the Titans did get the 1 seed that 1 year. That was pretty surprising. But since then, it's been, a chalk in a way.
I know, which is, so you're basically saying the 3 teams
that
everybody
favors. These are the 2 best teams in the AFC?
No.
You don't?
I think they can be. But what do you not like about the Chiefs roster makeup coming into week 1 of this season? That you're thinking that they can't be the 1 seed again.
Well, we're going to get to them in a second.
Great. Then let's put a pin in it. But, way to go out on a limb if you're thinking there are 3 surefire Super Bowl contenders in the AFC and 2 of them play each other on Sunday night. So the winner of it is going to have that tie break to put on the table to say, even though we have the same record, remember that week 1 Sunday nighter, you've got to come to us.
Right. Trump card.
To make it to the Super Bowl through the AFC. Way to put your marker on 2 of the 3 without having to put your marker on 1 of the 2 from Sunday night. Good job.
I think that's a pretty good.
You're in mid-season form. You're in mid-season form in the season's kickoff season preview show.
Well, then you're going to love this one.
Yeah.
The big news from last week: Rashee Rice out 6 games, suspended.
Indeed. How about that?
The Chiefs will be 500 or worse without Rashee Rice to start the year.
Okay, now put up the schedule if you don't mind, Mike Hoskins, so I can see it.
Really tough start to the season.
I
for
personally
Kansas
know.
City.
I know where they're starting.
You'll be there?
I will be there. I will be in Sao Paulo calling the game on YouTube Friday night, September 5th. And then they're home for Philadelphia, at the Giants, home for Baltimore, at Jacksonville, home for Detroit. You're saying what, 500 or worse?
500 or worse.
No, they'll be 4-2. They'll be 4-2.
Guaranteed 4-2.
How can I guarantee it? This is called Overreaction Monday. So I will call this an overreaction. You know what? I'm not going to call it an overreaction. I could see that they could be 3-3. That's a very difficult schedule. I don't think they will be.
Schedule.
I don't think it's an
overreaction
to say that.
Mike Florio and others were saying, Rashee Rice is going to play in the first 4 games before. How convenient. Right. Look at the first 4 games. They're difficult, aside from maybe the Giants.
But the NFL, again, if you wouldn't mind putting that up one more time so I can just see it, because I don't have the documents in front of me here. The whole world sees the first game on YouTube. Most of the country sees game 2 on Fox. The entire country sees game 3 on NBC. I got the Giants. Most of the country sees the game against the Ravens on CBS. The entire country sees the game against Jacksonville on ESPN. And the entire country sees the game against Detroit on Sunday night. So the whole country, the NFL wasn't letting Rashee Rice play this in front of the entire country, pretty much. That wasn't going to happen. Yeah. That said, they won 15 games last year without Rashee Rice from mid-October through the rest of the season. So I don't think it's going to cost them anything. Starting 500 also does not discount them from
but
winning the division.
But 3 losses having the 1 seed.
That now your first overreaction. See, you're weaving a tapestry. You're putting one thing into the other. First one's an overreaction. This one I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
So it's in the realm.
Okay.
So you're 1 for 2 right now.
I like that.
That puts you in the hall.
I like that.
Okay, what else you got?
Rich, last year, one of my marquee overreactions came true when I told you that the NFC North was not going to win a playoff game. You said I was crazy. They had 3 teams in.
And they all went 1 and done.
0 wins, 1 and done.
Okay.
Rich, this year, someone from the NFC North is going to the Super Bowl.
I don't think that's an overreaction. I might choose, again, on Tuesday nights, NFL Game Day season preview show at 8 Eastern time. So I'm doing this podcast for Labor Day release. Then I'm doing the Rich Eisen Show Tuesday, first episode on Disney Plus, ESPN Radio, and the ESPN app. And Paul Rudd and Sean Payton are scheduled guests. Then I'll be doing the season preview kickoff NFL Game Day on Tuesday night. Then our show Wednesday with scheduled guests Bill Burr and Dylan O'Brien in studio, Desmond Howard of ESPN as well.
Nice.
Then I'll be getting a flight to Brazil. I'll do Thursday and Friday show from Brazil, and then Friday night's YouTube game. Then game day morning on Sunday.
It's a big week.
Well, I'm just flexing. But I'm saying this to all point out that on Tuesday night I've got to make
your pick for Super Bowl. Yeah. Have you narrowed it down?
I have.
Two teams or maybe a handful?
A handful.
Okay.
Which means up to 5.
Got it.
Right? And unless you're Alfonseca?
Okay. Antonio Alfonseca.
Okay. Six-finger
relief pitcher.
Six-fingered Alfonseca?
Yeah.
And the Lions have to be considered.
Have to.
You do. Have
I
to
agree.
consider them.
I agree.
Right. Someone from the NFC North is going
I think you got to put Green Bay in there.
So I'll call this a proper reaction.
Oh, you're good with this one.
Yeah. What am I going to sit here and say that's not happening? It's the Eagles' world. Screw it. I think
you might. Sure.
Obviously, the Eagles are one of the handful, and so are the Rams. So are the Rams.
You seem to be the only one not concerned by Matthew Stafford's back.
All I know is here in Los Angeles, California, on occasion when I have back problems, I have an individual from Long Island, New York, a big-time Giant fan named Pete Picatagio. He is the body mechanic. What's up, Pete? Giving you a shout-out.
Yeah, shout-out.
He's awesome. And when Pete's not available, I have a very small Israeli man named Duran who walks on my back. And if I have these people at my disposal...
Imagine what Matthew Stafford has.
Correct. How's that for analysis?
Okay.
How's that for analysis? That's why you come to the Overreaction Monday pod for that sort of insight.
He also has an Airstream parked outside his
Can I tell you?
House, pretty much.
I'm just telling you. If I have those 2 avenues...
All right.
Stafford's got the whole friggin' city.
Okay.
What else?
Rich, would you agree? We have been one of the few shows that cape for this position, that the running back is back.
That's right.
Saquon Barkley had maybe the greatest running back season.
So great, you think he can't even come close to repeating it.
Yeah, it's up there. However, I think someone might have a better season. Chris Johnson's scrimmage record is going down. A running back is going to take down CJ2K's 2,500-yard record.
I don't think so.
Look at the great backs in our league. Jameer Gibbs is primed for something like this. You think Saquon could do it again? What about Ashton Genty? What he's shown coming into the league?
Ashton Genty is a rookie. We need to see something, pal, from him before I'm going to start anointing him as a CJ2K record breaker.
I mean, he basically did this last year at Boise.
I understand that Boise's different. I mean,
Christian McCaffrey is back and healthy, Rich Eisen.
He's going from, wait a minute, hold on a second. This is so good. I'm so excited to say this. Ashton Genty is terrific, right?
Yes,
you saw what he did.
I think so.
But he's going from Boise to men.
Wow. You're so proud of yourself.
I'm pointing at the camera for those who are listening to this for the ESPN podcast.
So proud of him.
Boise to men.
That's a good one.
He's going from Boise to men. And by the way, from Boise is spelled with a Z and a Y.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well,
yeah. For those who are scoring at home. I need to see that though. But this is I know you want to call your shot.
I'm trying to call my shot. Someone's going to have an amazing season.
So in our first Overreaction Monday pod of Wild Card Weekend, you're
I'm just
like, you remember?
You remember? Hey. It's like the Chris Farley show.
Chris Farley. Remember on Labor Day?
Remember when I said someone was going to hit 2,510 yards?
I am a running back caper. I love caping for
we
backs.
Love running backs.
That's a tall order.
You think Saquon can do it again? Why not someone?
No,
top him?
I hear you. I'll just call that an overreaction. What else you got?
Chris Johnson broke Marshall's record that year.
So you've got something to point to maybe 18 weeks from now that you were right.
Yep.
And if you're wrong, I'll just keep remembering my Boise to men. It's gone from Boise to men.
It's pretty good. You're proud of yourself.
I am so proud of myself.
Rich, who was in last year's?
My street credibility is through the roof right now. And I just used the full credibility.
Especially in Philadelphia. Last year's Final Four. Last year's championship weekend was whom? Who played in championship weekend last year?
Washington and Philadelphia. And Buffalo and Kansas City.
Buffalo and Kansas City. One of those teams is missing the playoffs this year.
That's so stupid.
And I'm looking right at you, Commanders.
Why do you choose them?
They were what? They
have the oldest roster in the
NFL. They got a second-year quarterback, so now we got a whole year of film. The most
that's how you're referring to Jaden Daniels as a second-year quarterback.
He is a second-year quarterback.
I know that he is, but
he's technically a second-year quarterback.
I would use a different category for him.
His number one receiver just showed up to camp.
Got it. Running game is questionable.
The running game.
You don't know who's going to get it.
The running game is questionable.
Right,
they were what? They won 6 or 7 one-score games last year.
Okay.
They're not going to get all the bounces. Their season arguably went in the right direction. It shifted forward on a Hail Mary.
I wish I could look at the last time the previous year's Final Four had somebody miss the playoffs the next. I wonder when we could determine that. I'm sure it's rare.
I don't know. I'm sure. Maybe.
I'm sure it's rare.
Maybe it's happened. I'm just saying. I can't help but point out facts when it comes to Kansas City.
Of course, you're looking at the Commanders. You don't think the Chiefs, Bills, or Eagles would entirely miss the playoffs?
That they would probably have to miss based on a catastrophic injury, perhaps.
Correct, right.
Kansas City also they won 10 games.
Oh, stop it!
Stop with this. I'm not. That's just a fact, Rich. That
means you're good when you win.
It's just a fact.
I'm saying you're not lucky. It means you're good. It's the residue of design,
I get
sir.
it, but they're not going to get all the bounces again. So they're not going to win 15 games. They're probably not going to miss the playoffs. So I am looking at the Commanders, but I want to put it generally speaking. One of them might. One of them.
I could see the Commanders not, taking a step back and missing the playoffs, but Jaden Daniels would have to suddenly have. He'd have to get hurt. I don't think he's going to turn into like a turnover machine or regress. Or you
don't think a year of film for DC's out there?
No, I think he's such a cool customer that he also so smart and so prepared he can actually work through that. And he's got the same coordinator, he's got the same coach.
Eagles lost some guys in free agency. Maybe Saquon has a regression.
You can't go there. I mean, obviously the Commanders would be the most likely candidate here. But I'll push back and just call that an overreaction. Okay. Now you're 1 for 4. You're out of you're 1 for 5 now.
All right.
You're definitely out of the Hall of Fame. Let's get you back.
I'm out of the Hall. I think some records might go down this year.
Okay.
I think some records might go down this year. My next 2 topics think with that. Kickers. We love kickers, obviously. They're people too. They're so good. Last year, remember when I said that they should narrow the goalposts because they're so good at making kicks, especially from bombs?
Yes.
We saw Cam Little, new Jaguars kicker, nail one from 70 yards in the preseason.
Amazing.
Tyler Loop, this new kid in Baltimore, is doing it. Obviously, Brandon Aubrey's one of the best ever. I think multiple kickers are going to break the field goal distance record this year.
I'm with you.
66 yards. Justin Tucker now not in the league, but I think multiple guys are taking that down.
I'll take that one. I'll take that one because you're seeing now end of first half. That's when Cam Little did it, right?
Right.
So you're not going to see these coaches attempt it middle of quarters. Certainly not in the third quarter of a tight game, right? You're just not going to do that. But when it's like do or die. Either you make it or in the locker room. Mm-hmm. You're going to see a lot of those moments.
And remember,
especially if it comes off of another team scoring in the kickoff and you're starting at your own 35. So all you're going to need is a first down or even a few yards to even attempt something like this. It's more likely to actually be in a position if you're coming off of another team that just scored and somehow, some way, you're getting the ball at the 35 because of a touchback or something like that. There's a lot of scenarios in that regard. And that 70-yard field goal that Cam Little hit, as you know, Larry David came on this program, and said
He wants to get rid of kickers.
he wants to get rid of kickers.
Get rid of them.
Right. And because he equates these kickers who aren't football players technically to like making these kicks to like leaping frogs. Remember that? He says it's just like we might as well have a leaping frog through the goalpost.
Decide the game, yeah.
So when Cam Little made this shot, I was in, wait for it, France. I was on vacation.
Oh, my goodness.
When Cam Little made this field goal.
Yep.
So it came through this text came through at my local time, 4:05 a.m.
Okay.
Which means it was, early evening here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I got from Larry David an Instagram
Larry's
reel
Larry's on the gram.
From ESPN on Instagram.
Love it.
From Larry David of Cam Little's kick.
Okay.
And it said underneath 5 words. You want to read it out yourself here?
Oh, sure.
Go ahead and read it out yourself here.
Yeah.
Of course, I because I touched it. Read it out yourself right there. What are those 5 words? What does it say?
Get rid of goalposts.
That's what he said. Unimpressed.
You can't even be happy about a 70-yarder?
Not even that.
Do you remember how long ago it was Lane Kiffin trotted out Sebastian Janikowski for like a 70-something yard field goal, and then he eventually got fired after that?
Well,
that wouldn't be crazy now.
Well, I mean, again, you're going to see these. Brandon Aubrey can do it. He can do it. Who else? We saw some other guys over the weekend.
Loop hit a 61-yarder.
Yeah. I'm with you. What else you got?
Oh, man, you're into that. Okay. I like that.
I'm totally with you.
I like that.
Yeah.
Another record's going to go down. It's a passing league, which means more opportunities for what? Sacks. Somebody is taking down Strahan. And this player who sets the sack record is going to win Defensive Player of the Year and be an MVP finalist.
Oh, boy. Okay, now
Hat trick.
Well, I mean, the issue is last year Trey Hendrickson came close. Was he?
He's 17 and a half.
He was a DPOY finalist. He didn't even win the Defensive Player of the Year.
Not MVP.
No, I think sacks.
I'm talking like 25 sacks. This person is Defensive Player of the Year runaway, and they're in the final. They're in the running for MVP.
Okay,
that's how dominant their season's going to be. I don't know if it could be Trey. He's now back, obviously. We know T.J. Watt is up there. Myles Garrett, a lot of great defensive players.
I don't think that's out of the realm
Aiden
either.
Hutchinson was on a pace before he got hurt.
This isn't crazy. Another bye. Okay.
Oh,
you're on a roll. 2 in a row. I don't
remember.
On fire. 2 in a row. I'll buy that one. That's not a bad one. What else you got?
Rich, who won MVP last year?
His name sounds familiar to me.
Josh Allen.
Yes, indeed.
The year before that?
Lamar Jackson.
The year before that? Patrick Mahomes.
What's your point?
None of the big 4 quarterbacks, I'm throwing Joe Burrow in there. None of the big 4 are winning MVP
Who's
this year.
Who's the MVP then?
Someone we're not even thinking of.
Well, it would have to be Jaden Daniels, right?
Could be Jaden Daniels.
Jalen Hurts.
What about Jared Goff? You think the Lions are going to the Super Bowl? Trevor Lawrence. How about a running back? Should have been Saquon Barkley last year. Should have been McCaffrey the year before that.
Just stop. It's a quarterback award. The you know how it works. If a running back is worthy of winning MVP, he's the offensive player of the year.
It's a joke. I hate it.
That's the way it works. I'll push back on this. You got one of the 4 on the screen. MVP.
Aaron Rodgers gets a 5th.
Dude, you don't even believe it. Now you're just throwing crap out there.
You're asking for names.
You don't even believe it. Say things that you believe at least. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. It's called Overreaction Monday.
What's the point of this segment?
But you don't. But you don't believe that Rodgers is an MVP candidate.
No, of course not. But he's won it before. This guy. He won it the 2 years before Mahomes.
Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, or Burrow.
None.
Or the field.
None.
You're taking
or the field. Give me the field.
Taking the field.
Field's a good bet. Pays 2-1.
What does that mean?
If you're playing craps, you bet the field. You win 2-1. All right, Rich.
By the way, if ESPN buys the NFL, that bid is gone. That bit is gone. I will know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
isn't that strange?
Technically, we probably
weird?
could talk about.
Okay,
but Rich, every year
I'll crack open a beer.
That would be amazing.
You know what I mean?
Can we do that? Can we drink during Overreaction podcast?
I don't know. Let's see if they sell it.
Oh my gosh,
if they sell it,
done.
I don't know, man.
Oof, I am for sale.
We might get an Overreaction keg.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
Every year, there's a team that comes out of nowhere.
Yes.
Last year was the Commanders. Nobody saw that coming.
We
saw
did
that
not.
coming.
Vikings too.
Vikings also. Jeez, my top 5 list of teams that have no chance. They both would have been on it last year.
Okay.
This year, this team was on it, but I don't know. It just seems like there's some vibes around this team. There's a coach we like.
Is it the Giants?
The Giants are going to be sniffing the playoffs the whole season.
I'm with you.
The defense, there's something about Abdul Carter is a absolute
He was
game
the best
wrecker.
player in the Big Ten last year.
Absolute
Tyler Warren was a close second.
wrecker.
Isn't that amazing that Penn State had two of the best? Well, I mean, Jeremiah Smith was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
When Ohio State threw to him, right? And so because there was one game where they didn't.
Yeah. What would you give us?
I forget. I just don't want to be banned from Ohio Stadium.
Thank you. I don't want that for you.
By the way, I'm still talking about it.
I understand.
But I'm with you. Abdul Carter is Dexter Jackson is unbelievable, man.
That defensive line.
And he is surrounded by Thibodeau, Burns, and Carter.
I kind of feel like an idiot for putting them on the no Super Bowl win list. But
winning the Super Bowl is a tall order,
but
pal.
Sniffing it, they're going to be around.
Sniffing the playoffs the whole season is a good way to put it, and I think that categorizes as not an overreaction. That they're going to be better.
And whether it's
What's
Russ or not,
Scadaboo going to look like, bro?
Exactly. What is Scadaboo going to look like?
What a football player he is.
That's his position. He's a football player.
He is set up to be a New York, New Jersey sports darling.
Legend.
If he
hits.
I know, right?
And we saw what he did in the passing game last year. We know he's tough as nails.
He can throw it, too.
And can bounce.
He's so good.
He
He's
can
a
kind of do
football player.
everything. Obviously, Malik Neighbors is a stud. And Jackson Dart had a great preseason.
Theo Johnson.
And however
Speaking
long
of Penn
Russ
State.
takes. Theo Johnson.
I'm with you.
They're going to be sniffing it.
I'm with you.
They're going to be sniffing it. That's all I'm saying.
Will they make it? Probably not.
They got to win. I mean, look, Seattle won 10 games last year and didn't make it.
How about this crazy ass thing? More likely to be the team in the division that makes it if it's not the Commanders, Cowboys or Giants.
God. The Cowboys offense is going to be elite throwing the ball. I don't know about running it.
What else you got?
Rich, who is your favorite player in the draft this year?
My favorite player in the draft was Travis Hunter.
Right?
Yes.
We've been talking about him since the draft.
Give it to me.
Jacksonville goes up and gets him.
Are you about to throw a big fat piece of red meat at me right now that you know I'm going to agree to, even though
goes up and gets
the question is, are you going to go so over the top that I'm not going to be able to do this? I'm wondering what tunnel you're sending me down right now to see if there's light at the end of it or it's just some blind alley. Go for it. What do you got? Did I nail it? What do you got?
Rich, in the second half of the season,
yes,
Travis Hunter's going to have to pick a side.
Get out of here, stupid.
The first half of the year, they're going to try it. He's going to play a bunch on both sides of the ball.
Not abandoning this the middle of the season.
And then halfway through the season, and they're going to be like, it's too hard. He's getting tired. Maybe he's run down. He's fading in the fourth quarter. He's better off. It serves the team better for him to play only offense or only defense. He's going to have to pick a side.
How dare you? How dare you snuff out this young man's dream? How dare you doubt it?
It's your dream.
It's not my dream. It's not my dream.
You want him to be both offensive and defensive player of the year, and I get it. It would be one of the coolest stories in sports.
He's not going to pick a side.
It's not possible in the NFL.
It's not happening. It's not happening. Just 5 letters for you. GTFOH. Okay? Get out of here.
At some point, we all have to pick sides. There's a line in the sand, and you have to choose.
We don't. We don't have to pick sides.
You have to choose.
I pick the side of history. I pick the side of possibility. I pick the side of exuberance. I pick the side of youth. I pick the side of light instead of darkness, sir. How dare you? How dare you? I thought you were just going to throw out some sort of number, 10 touchdowns, 10 interceptions,
man.
Double-digit touchdowns and interceptions for Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
put me in a bind of
giving you what you want.
No. You'd put me in a bind of neading to actually pull back my my excitement. I thought you were going to go there, but instead you went full half glass.
I'm trying to be as reasonable as I can with this.
That's not reasonable.
But
pick a side. They traded a first-round draft choice so he could do both.
But what if he can't?
What if he can't? How are you going to see that by week 9? Week 8, you can't.
He didn't play in the preseason.
He might have to pick a side because he has some sort of injury that he cannot, do one over the other. But they're both so similar in terms of movement. I don't know how that would be possible other than the fact of you just got toasted so much on defense. That means you need to just play offense. Or offense, you keep dropping the ball because why? You're too focused on what's staying out there for defense. Or the kid is just insanely talented. Let's let him roll, man.
What if he makes them a top 5 offense? Why are you going to put him out there on defense?
Because he's so damn good.
But tiring him out.
Ohtani just, last week he just finally got a win for the Dodgers. He's getting his win back.
He doesn't play in the field. He just sits in the dugout.
Until he pitches. Get out of here, man.
Come on, he's going to have to pick us up.
How dare you?
I think we all know it.
This one, you knew what my answer was going to be. Why would you even put it in?
I just want it out there in case it happens.
Okay. You're on record.
I'm on the record.
Of being an a-hole.
That's so mean.
It's the truth. That might be an overreaction.
Oh, it's so mean. We were doing so well. 2 left.
Okay.
I'm really going in all in on this team, and I think you kind of have to. I think the way things are stacking for them this season, it could be they could do it. My man could do it. My man, Kyle Shanahan. The Niners are going to championship weekend. Brock Purdy, MVP finalist.
Dude, you have been this is like role reversal. There was, I know you're not a big Odd Couple fan. There was an episode of The Odd Couple once upon a time where a psychiatrist to try and get both Felix and Oscar into a better mental place in regards to their friendship with each other, that Felix had to be messy and Oscar had to be a clean, a nut cleanliness.
Like a neat freak?
Yeah, a neat freak, right? And it didn't go well. It's like one of the best episodes of The Odd Couple. Right now, it's really great. Everyone should seek it out. It's still, to this day, it's like 50 years old, and it's still hilarious. Right now, I'm the one that's doubtful about the Niners returning to form.
He's one of your sons.
And you're like, Kyle Shanahan's going to kill it.
I think it's just the way the schedule is. They have, statistically one of the easier schedules
because they have a last place schedule.
And they have, look, there's
I think they didn't finish in last, right? They finished... whatever.
It's just easier.
Trying to remember last year,
win percentage wise, right? And they have the question marks in the division. We don't know what Sam Darnold's going to look like in Seattle. We're expecting kind of a run heavy defensive team. Matthew Stafford's back. We don't know what that is. And Arizona is kind of a shrug emoji team.
Yeah, they do have a last place schedule.
And you got Brock Purdy paid. Right, that is not looming over this season anymore.
I think he's going to be good. But
McCaffrey healthy, Kittle.
I know, but the 49ers are in a position now in their transition from their annual.
They're trying to keep the window open.
Well, no, but and I think they have a chance to. Of course they do. I think Robert Saleh is a massive reunion,
huge addition,
massive reunion. How well did they draft? How much are these kids on defense going to coach up? If they did, with all due respect, a Rams-like job, then we're good. I'm just concerned about an injury here, an injury there, their depth, their wide receiver room, right? They signed Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the week before the season.
Right.
That just gives you an indication you're taking somebody from ATC and throwing them in against the Seattle Seahawks in week 1.
Well, that also tells you about Juwan Jennings, and maybe he's not ready to go.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Brandon Ayuk will be back.
I did like the addition of Brian Robinson Jr. significantly.
Yep.
I just wonder about the depth of this roster. In the same way that the Cowboys, injury here, injury there, and then all of a sudden, the depth might not be there. I don't know. I need to see it. But to say they're going to the NFC Championship game and Brock's an MVP finalist again would be an amazing season. It would be a remarkable season for the 49ers.
The knock on Brock Purdy was he was elevated by the parts around him. I think he's going to be the one doing the elevating now.
Look at you, man. Where did this epiphany come from?
I think I've just kind of come around.
You're zagging.
I think I've come around.
Good.
I think I've come around.
Good for you. And just because you're coming around, and I love the guy, I will not call this an overreaction. As you know, he's one of my children, my football children.
Rich, last one.
Okay.
Last year, the story of the NFL draft was the quarterbacks. 6 of the first 12 picks. We saw 5 get some action last year. We're going to see J.J. McCarthy for the first time this year.
Yes, sir.
2 made the playoffs. Obviously, Jaden Daniels did what he did, went to championship weekend. And Bo Nix got in there, didn't win, but he got there. 2, we're going to double it. 4 quarterbacks
from the
2024 class are going to the playoffs this year.
Well, it's tough if you're saying one of the 4 of the final 4 last year is not making it, and the Washington Commanders are the best candidates.
Well, that has nothing to do with this reaction.
Okay,
Rich, this is the Brockman overreaction multiverse. They are not related.
Did you just refer to yourself in the third person with a multiverse?
Well,
Did you just do that?
Rich, we're Disney now. We can say multiverse.
Look at you.
Yeah.
All right. You also just want to talk up Drake May.
I do like to talk up Drake May. I wouldn't mind talking up Caleb Williams.
Penix?
I think Penix has a shot to win the division.
4 members of that class.
4.
That is a tall order, pal.
4.
I'll push back and say that's an overreaction. I'll say that's over. I would take the under.
It's a really good quarterback class.
I know how good it is.
Actually,
I know Atlanta can make the playoffs. The Vikings can make the playoffs.
There's honestly a world
the Broncos
all six,
should make the playoffs.
Make it.
You know,
there's a world all 6 make it.
What world do the Patriots make the playoffs in? This world?
This is one of the multiverses. Yeah, that they make it in.
Let's go.
Really?
Yeah. Let's go. Really? Really?
10 wins should get in the AFC. You don't think
who's catching the football there?
Stephon Diggs.
Yes.
Yep. Hunter Henry. We got Trevion Henderson out of the backfield.
Yes.
Pop Douglas.
Yes.
Slot. Kyle Williams drafted. Efton Chisholm, the new great white up there in New England.
Do you take those skilled players over the Bills?
Who's catching the ball for the Bills?
All right. Do you take those skilled players over the Ravens? Do you take those skilled players over the Bengals?
Just
you
about
take those
the players
the
Bengals aren't going to be able to play any defense, so it doesn't matter how many points they scored. We saw that last year.
So,
the Patriots could have a top 7 defense in the NFL.
Okay. What a season this is going to be. I'll take this as an overreaction. I'll take the under.
Under on 4 2024 quarterback class.
Yeah.
So call your shot. Who are the 3 that are making it?
McCarthy, Nix, and Daniels.
McCarthy, a guy we've never seen play.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. I'll take with an amazing defense and weapons all over the place and a quarterback whisperer reigning coach of the year.
No love for Caleb.
I need to see a little bit more, but
okay.
I need to see a little bit more on that. But you're asking me to call a shot?
I want you to call a shot.
Absolutely.
Okay.
J.J. McCarthy is a national champion winner with everything all set up.
At handing the ball
everything
off.
all set up.
And Bo Nix.
And, it's great. And the best part about it is I don't think he has to play in Ohio, which means I can't be banned from watching him.
Wow. We really ended like that.
Yes, we did. So, Overreaction Monday, every single Monday, wherever you get your podcast, we're back.
We are so back.
And then that means Overreaction Monday on a Tuesday will return to the Rich Eisen Show, which starts on September 2nd, 12 to 3 Eastern Time on Disney+, the ESPN app, everywhere. ESPN Radio, Sirius XM Channel 80.
Oh, look at us.
Look at us in that catbird seat on Channel 80. Check out your local listings to see if you get us in the ESPN affiliate, radio affiliate in your area, smart enough to have us. And so
let's have a great season.
Let's do it. We have no other choice but to.
Yep.
For Chris, I'm Rich saying peace out. We'll chat next week on Overreaction Monday. And we'll see the rest of you on the Rich Eisen Show on Disney Plus and the ESPN app everywhere.